Okay, so I have a lot that I'm trying to fit into this 1 minute video, but this is my brother Charles. He's been missing since September 17th. He's legally blind, schizophrenic, and he suffers from bipolar depression. The last person that said that they seen him was his girlfriend, Alexis. Turns out that the last person that did really see them was her and her neighbor, which turns out that she is now dating the neighbor. Her story has changed about 5 different times now. My brother gets paid every single month on the 1st because of his disabilities. This month he has not touched his money at all in his bank, and about 4 days after he went missing, his girlfriend had went in his bank account and took money out, and she is also his paid caregiver every month. He also has a lot of things missing in his apartment, such as his Xbox right here, and his TV is now missing too. My brother is like a really religious person, and so like he left like these weird notes in his apartment, such as these. And we also found out that his girlfriend, his paid caregiver, also was not giving him his psychiatric medicine every day. Now back to the girlfriend. We had received this really weird call from her children, and they were all like, it's no coincidence that your brother's missing. My mother kept talking about harming him all the time. I guess he was trying to leave her, and she was just like, if I can't have him, nobody can. We've been asking her to take a lie detector test. She won't take it. But then the other day we got like this really weird call from her, because she never calls us, we call her. She was like, oh, I just want to take a lie detector test to clear my name. And then she has like, this is her 5th time changing the story around about where my brother, like how his disappearance went. So on September 30th, we had a search party with the police and all. And mind you that Williams, West Virginia is a really, really small town. And like people are really used to seeing my brother, and they're used to seeing his girlfriend with him wherever he went. So it was like really weird that people had not seen him. Now back to the girlfriend. She did not attend the search party. And after the search party, we went up to like my brother's apartment to look. And I noticed that my brother had his TV was missing, his Xbox One was missing. He had like a whole bunch of his documents out that like showed that he was legally blind and his mental illnesses and stuff. And also that's when we had learned from the neighbors in the apartments that his girlfriend was now screwing the man next door like 2 days after he went missing. Okay, so this is part 5 of my brother's disappearance. A week before that he went missing, he was really adamant on us coming to get him and bring him here back to Charleston, because he doesn't really have anywhere else to go other than where he lives and up here with us. And so we had all planned to come get him on October 1st, and then he went missing. Now back to his missing items. The other day Alexis had called us, and she had mentioned about his stuff being gone. She was like, oh, he gave his TV away to a neighbor downstairs. And I asked who. She said, oh, well, it doesn't really matter who, because he died a week after Chuck went missing. And then I had talked to my mother today, and she was like, no, that's not right. She had told me that Chuck had gave her his TV. Okay, so this is part 6 of my brother's disappearance. Sorry, I'm not really good at explaining stuff, so I'm trying to like give you guys a timeline. Okay, so a week after my brother went missing, we found out that she had ordered another bank card for him in the mail, and so the police had froze it. Now, if that doesn't sound suspicious, I don't know what does. Like, that's really fucking weird. Also, we've been trying to get like West Virginia State Police onto the case, so we're waiting on a call back from them. We had called the sheriff's office of that county, Mingo County, and they told us that basically we were at the search party. You can stop calling us. There's nothing else we're going to do. So now we're trying to get like more attention to my brother's case, to get like more awareness, so we can at least find him, or if he's deceased, we want to give him a proper burial, basically. Part 7 of my brother's disappearance. We really didn't find out that my brother was missing until like September 21st. So we thought that maybe he was mad about something and he wanted to cool off. But we thought it was weird because he calls me every single day. Like either he's calling me or he's calling my dad. So Alexis' story was that he told her that he was going to go to his go sleep and that he was going to get a cigarette from the next door neighbor, Steve. His name is Steve, and that he was going to go to bed. So now I had hired a private investigator, and we found out that the girlfriend has a drug addiction, and my brother, he isn't really into that stuff. So I think that's why he wanted us to come get him. And she owed a drug dealer a lot of money, like a lot of fucking money. Okay, this is, I think, part 8 of my brother's disappearance. You can see there's me in a striped shirt, and then that's him in the green right there. Like, we've always been close my whole life. I had hired a private investigator, and she messaged one of his friends. This is him right here, the message between them. Also, she told us about a place called Vincent Street. Like, we had to, like, really, every piece of information we got from her, like, we had to, like, really push her to give it to us. Well, there's this place called Vincent Street in Williamson where like a whole bunch of drug dealers and stuff are, and so I live about an hour and a half away from Williamson, so I was trying to drive down there and see if I can get some answers. She has been like, oh no, don't go down there. Like, it sounds like she has something to hide. Like, people may know something had happened to him, but she doesn't want us finding out. We're at the point, like, we're really desperate and trying to find out where my brother is because he's a really depressed person and we're scared that something happened to him. On December 1st, it will be my brother's birthday, so we are planning to do a march down there in Williamson, West Virginia, so that it can bring more attention to my brother and put more pressure on the police to arrest his killers. So if anyone in the Mingo County area or that lives nearby in Kentucky that would like to join, just let us know and we'll plan something together. My brother Charles Taylor has been missing from Williamson, West Virginia since September the 19th. We have later found that my brother has been murdered and he was dismembered. We were given leads about a house in the town that he was dismembered at, and once we had opened up the house, there was bloody rugs, a bloody axe, bloody knives and stuff. His killers are still walking free and around town. They said that they put his body in 3 different locations and that we will never find him again. Please let my brother's story get out there so we can find his body. The same people who killed my brother killed someone else a couple of months ago. They stabbed him to death, dismembered his body, and set the house on fire. These people are walking free, and nothing is being done about it. Please, please, please do not forget to sign a petition in my bio. Please. Okay, so basically this is like the rundown of what we have. I might have to make a couple parts for this. Okay, we were only told that there were 2 cameras out there, but there, you can see there's one right there, one right here on the side, and I didn't get the full picture of that, but that's another one. So that's 4 cameras out there, and the police never viewed the tape of when my brother disappeared. They only went by what the landlord had said, and they said that my brother left the towers at 5:01 a.m. that morning, and he was wearing a pink and red striped shirt. My family and I, we were like going around, was getting ready to leave, and we stopped this lady and asked her if she knew anything about my missing brother, and she was like, oh honey, you're never going to find him. And we were like, what? And she was like, well, people who killed him were talking about they dismembered him, and they're not going to find him. His body's in 3 locations. Now, this is a trigger warning. This is very, very graphic. There was bloody gloves. Okay, another important thing that I want to make note of is his cell phone. My brother never goes anywhere without his cell phone. So when he was missing, his girlfriend kept saying that he left his cell phone and everything there, which I thought was weird. And then she changed up and said that he took the phone with him. Then we were trying to ping it, and then it was ringing like someone's been charging it. And then I texted my brother on the 20th. I didn't know my brother was dead. Somebody had read my message where I said, where are you, Chuck? and the police had gave my brother's phone to somebody because the girlfriend said that she found it in the box spring of her mattress, which was weird as fuck. And the phone, everything that's on the phone, it's been deleted. Like, there's nothing on there. All the apps and everything was deleted. So his killers deleted everything, and they were reading our messages, making us think our brother was alive, which was fucked up. I just want to start off by saying that my family and I, we really appreciate the support that we've been getting regarding to our brother. We appreciate everyone signing the petition and sharing it, and you guys have been going above and beyond, and we really appreciate it. However, today is his birthday, and we're planning a candlelight this Saturday at 3 o'clock at Magic Island in Charleston, West Virginia. And we would love for all of his friends and loved ones to come out and honor his memory with us. Sadly, there really isn't any more updates that I have. Nothing new has happened. If there is any more updates, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. Until then, guys, please keep signing the petition. We're thankful for everything. Okay, first off, my family wants to say, thank you. We appreciate all the support that we've been getting about our brother and everyone sharing the petitions. We appreciate everyone, spreading awareness about his case. Second of all, I understand why Abigail's mother, is making a TikTok to harass the shit out of me and comment on all my videos. Your daughter plays a part. And what happened to my brother, she knows what happened. She probably knows where his body is. He's not missing. He's dead. We're trying to grieve, and you're over here trying to harass the shit out of me, and it's not going to happen. So with that being said, bitch, keep my brother's name out your mouth. If I hear you spoke his name again, I'm whooping your ass.
Of everybody's love. 59 years of letting it out, letting it breathing, actually breathing it. I can feel the love, I can feel the spirit just coming all through me. She got to hold me for the first time, and I got a chance to hear her heartbeat. Crying. Just all she was crying. Love my boy. Growing up the only child all my life, I'm like a lone wolf. I gotta play by myself. Now I got brothers and sisters. Brother, Mike, I've always wanted a brother. I got a little brother too. What?
Yeah,
beautiful hair. Mama said he had real curly hair.
I have people that play a part in the disappearance/murder of my brother that, like to stalk my page, and it's kind of like make a mockery out of us. Basically, all we want is his body. Like, we don't care if it's a damn leg, an arm, something. Like, can we have something to bring home to bury my brother? That's all we want. That is legit all we fucking want. Look at him. He wouldn't hurt a fucking fly. Like, he was blind. Like, y'all get no brownie points whatsoever for doing what y'all did to him. He was innocent. Like, what did a blind man with Naruto posters and Star Trek merch in his house do so bad to have somebody murder him and put his body somewhere to where we can't find it? Like, what did he do? What did my brother do to deserve that? What did he fucking do? Also, this woman, Rhonda Johnson, is a person of interest in the disappearance/murder of my brother. Williamson PD posted that she is a person of interest and they haven't been able to find her, but people around Williamson said they have seen her. So if you have seen her, please call this number. I don't know if this page is fake or not or what, but there is a story going around saying that she was the one that had my brother's wallet and that she burnt it after he was murdered. And I believe it's to be true because when we got his ID and Social Security card, we never received his actual wallet. My brother always had a brown, black wallet with him. So that I very much believe. Again, if anyone has seen this woman, please contact Williamson Police Department. She's the key person into finding out what happened to my brother and where he is. So for months, we've been trying to have the news do an update of my brother and didn't have any luck, but today we finally had some luck when we called this morning. Basically, it was just saying that Rhonda Johnson is a person of interest and how if you see her, you need to call the Williamson Police Department. So, Williamson area, and if you see her in Ohio, please give WPD a call because she is the missing link to know where my brother's body is. And also, like, things have been starting to get really weird. Like, we have this one lady who's been trying to help us, and she received a death threat talking about that if she didn't stay out of what was going on, that she was going to end up dead like the other people. And they tell her address over the phone. And it's like every time we go down to that town and people know that we're coming, it's like everybody hushes up. Like, everybody knows what happened, but they don't want us to know. And, like, they're scared, which we don't know what to do at this point. Every single time me and my family go to Williamson, we always put up posters on the street that my brother was murdered on, close to the house that he was murdered in. And every single time that we return back to Williamson, someone rips them down. And this time, someone ripped them down again. So I will be paying for a fucking billboard with his face on there, and y'all will see him every fucking day. And I'll be back when I get over COVID and putting up his pictures right back on Vincent Street. I will be back. So whoever keeps ripping them down, they're going to be back. Those pictures are going to fucking be back. So y'all can look at his face. Y'all murdered him. Y'all can look at his fucking face. His pictures will be everywhere in Williamson. I'm going to put him in Kentucky. Everywhere. Y'all are going to see his fucking face. Okay, so I'm really sorry that I haven't been on here for a couple weeks to like give you guys any updates. Me and my children, we were getting through COVID, and on January 8th my aunt had passed away due to COVID, and we buried her on the 15th. So but basically there really isn't any updates. We're still waiting to hear back about the labs and about the DNA that they said due to the pandemic that they're backed up. So right now there's nothing new to really report. But whenever I hear anything back, I'll be back on here to like give you guys an update about that. But if you haven't signed a petition in my bio, please do so. Okay, you guys, I really need your help. Please don't stop strolling. On January 23rd, 14-year-old Jaden with autism, he went out with some friends. He was supposed to stay the night at his friend's house, but one of the friend's uncle went and rented a hotel room for the boys. So that night, the little kids got drunk. They're 14, 13, 12, and 11. So Jaden had passed out. He went to sleep, and as he was unconscious, the little boys, they had pissed on him, shit on him, and they came on his face. The family contacted the police. It's supposed to be South Charleston Police that's supposed to be handling the case, but they received a call from Deputy J.R. Cooper from Kanawha County Sheriff's. He kept calling the family. It turns out that he's related to one of the little boys involved, and I will be posting the link to the petition in the comments. You guys, they need help. Little boy Jaden, he is really suicidal right now, and he's not taking everything well. This family needs help. Okay, so I didn't know if I didn't specify or not. Jaden is not my brother. I'm just doing this to help a friend of mine and help spread awareness for her brother's case. I did post a video of the phone conversation with Deputy Sheriff Cooper. TikTok did delete the video, so I will be adding her page right here. Maybe she'll post the video later on. Okay, so our next step is that we're going to be emailing and calling the mayor and telling her what happened and to see if she can help us get Deputy Sheriff fired. So if you all can, please email and call her office. Thanks. Here is one of the posts. Kadeja gave me permission to post this. Here is one of the individuals involved and the other individual involved. I can't find the last one. Again, these kids are aged 11, 12, and 13. Please call Kanawha County Sheriff's Office and demand that Deputy J.R. Cooper get fired for this conflicts of interest in this case. Once again, I did make a petition for this. Please sign this if you guys can. I'll be posting the petition in the comments. Let's get this little boy some justice, please. My brother Charles Taylor has been missing from Williamson, West Virginia since September the 19th. We have later found that my brother has been murdered and he was dismembered. We were given leads about a house in the town that he was dismembered at, and once we had opened up the house, there was bloody rugs, a bloody axe, bloody knives and stuff. His killers are still walking free and around town. They said that they put his body in 3 different locations and that we will never find him again. Please let my brother's story get out there so we can find his body. The same people who killed my brother killed someone else a couple of months ago. They stabbed him to death, dismembered his body, and set the house on fire. These people are walking free, and nothing is being done about it. Okay, so I'll be giving you guys like a recap of his disappearance / murder. So on September the 19th, my brother was last seen leaving his apartment at 5:01 a.m. in Williamson, West Virginia. The apartment manager never showed the police the actual footage of him leaving his apartment building. She only showed what he was looking like his outfit that morning and what time he left the building. So on September 30th, we had a search party and it lasted about 2 hours. So skip forward a month. On November the 2nd, I think, I received a phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning from a man who wanted to remain anonymous, and he told me that my brother was murdered and he knows the people who did it to him, but he didn't know where his body was. So these phone calls, he would call me like twice a week and tell me, I'll tell you guys the rest in part 2. The mayor of Williamson was actually there when the evidence was being collected. He was there with us all day doing a search. We had checked under bridges, we checked in forests, creeks, rivers, everywhere. The woman who showed us where the house was, she was being threatened and told that she was going to be killed for talking too much to us. So she kind of switched up her story when she gave the statement to the police. So basically, it's been almost 5 months since he's been gone. We have not retrieved his body yet. It's like we go there every 2 weeks and we're like sent on wild goose chases. People just call us anonymously and just give us false information. So this woman, Rhonda Johnson, she is supposed to be a witness, and also it is to be rumored that she had my brother's wallet and she burnt it the night that he was murdered. She knows all. Okay, here comes part 3. Sorry, guys. Okay, so on the police part, we haven't heard anything in like a month from the police or like how the investigation's going or anything. We haven't received a call back. We've been calling their office. So if you guys can, spam Williamson Police Department's Facebook asking how the investigation's going and why there hasn't been any arrests. Okay, so I really do want to get more in depth with this question. My brother really didn't have any friends down there. Only person he was really surrounded with was his girlfriend, and he went to church and back, blah, blah, blah. But the girlfriend was a huge problem. He would always say that she would let people into the apartment building, and because they had 2 different apartments, but he was always at her apartment, and he said that he was getting like real tired of her because she was always doing drugs, and he didn't want to be around that anymore. So she had left town. She stopped contacting us, and like 2 weeks after he disappeared, she was like already trying. After he disappeared, she was already like trying to access his bank account and had a new boyfriend. So I'm pretty sure that she already knew that he was dead. And she kept talking about how she was ready to leave state. And when I had seen her today at the search party, like you can tell like she was high off something. And I really think she was high off of meth, and like she kept making up different. Okay, y'all, I really need y'all to signal boost the fuck out of this. So we just found out that the police have been lying to us, that there was never any footage of my brother leaving his apartment building on September the 19th. So the landlord, she said that she's been telling the police officer that was not him. And we talked to a sweet old woman from his apartment building, and she told us that 4:30 that morning, some man was banging on his door, posing as an undercover cop. And the landlord did confirm this too. Right now, I need y'all to contact the Williamson Mayor's office and tell them that we need Williamson PD to get off this case, because they're stalling. It's been 5 months and still we have no answers. We're trying to get to another authority to where we can get the FBI involved. And I'll be posting another petition later on. Everyone to sign it so we can get this up to the FBI. Guys, I really want to specify like how important my brother's apartment is to this case. So the day of the search party on September 30th, we were allowed to go inside of his apartment, and he only had a couch, and his bedroom was empty because he was always at his girlfriend's apartment. And so the police said that the apartment was left as it was. However, he did have security cameras on the inside of his apartment. So the landlord did tell us that the police officers came back into his apartment last week and took some stuff out. So I'm not understanding what was taken outside of his apartment, if there was really nothing in there. Also, we had video footage of after he was murdered, there was some white man inside of his apartment, and like he was staying in his apartment and he was going through all of his stuff. And somehow those videos have been like deleted out of my iCloud. Like I cannot find them whatsoever. You guys, so I finally made a new petition. I just linked it in my bio, so please make sure that you sign it, and please share it around so we can finally have them close this case, so we can have another agency step in so we can get the answers that we need. Okay, you guys, so I finally did post the story on my Twitter, but I don't really have a following on my Twitter. So if you guys could, can you please just go on my Twitter page and retweet it so that more people can see the story and check out my TikToks, and so that it can get the coverage that it finally needs to get, because we really don't want my brother's story to die down. That's the last thing that we would want right now. We want his story to be heard, and we want the answers that we finally need. All right, you guys, I just found a snapshot that I took of the man that was in his apartment after he went missing. Sadly, I still can't find the video footage of what all he was doing, but I'm hoping that if I contact his security company, that maybe that they can help me get the footage of his apartment and the people that were in and out of his apartment the week of he went missing. Hopefully, it'll have some clues as to what happened to him. Still, once again, just another mystery that we just have to solve ourselves. Also, this was another victim of the same people who hurt my brother. They attacked him. The police say they attacked him with an axe, and then they set the house on fire. A lot of people in Williamson had told me that my brother was like raising a lot of hell from that, and I guess that maybe that brought on a lot of negative attention towards his way. He did post this a month before he went missing. He would always talk about that he thinks something would happen to him soon, but he never speculated what was it. Brother Charles Taylor has been missing from Williamson, West Virginia since September the 19th. We have later found that my brother has been murdered and he was dismembered. We were given leads about a house in the town that he was dismembered at, and once we had opened up the house, there was bloody rugs, a bloody axe, bloody knives and stuff. His killers are still walking free and around town. They said that they put his body in 3 different locations and that we will never find him again. Please let my brother's story get out there so we can find his body. The same people who killed my brother killed someone else a couple of months ago. They stabbed him to death, dismembered his body, and set the house on fire. These people are walking free and nothing is being done about it. Alright, so y'all remember back in like December where I had posted about the Ronna Johnson lady in his Facebook page? Like, I knew the page was fake and all, but like I didn't really think somebody took the time out their day to do some weird shit like this. But no, it wasn't Rhonda. It was this weird ass bitch named Brooklyn that lives down there in Williamson, right on the street that my brother was murdered on. Like, she even went this morning and made a fake ass page about me, then made one of my dead brother. Like, he's not here. Like, what do you gain from doing some weird shit like this? Then I asked her back in like January to quit because it was getting fucking weird. Clearly she didn't, so I'm going to have the state police bring her in for questioning, since it seems like she knows more than what she's telling on. So then she makes fake ass TikToks to comment on my videos and stuff. Like, what do you gain from doing some weird shit like that? Like, my brother's dead. Like, what do you gain from doing that? Oh my god. Alright, you guys, so for everyone who's been following my brother's story, tonight we'll be doing a live interview on YouTube with Mr. Jason Hebert. We'll be starting the story over from the beginning to the points that we are now. We'll be going into more detail as of all the findings that we have found and all the evidence, and more in depth of what kind of person my brother was, so we can try to get his story out. Alright, you guys, so I have a very, very important update. So at the end of this month, the state police wants all of my siblings to come down and our parents to have a sit down and talk. So they have been questioning people, so they do kind of have an idea of what happened to him. So I think that they're going to start issuing arrests soon. And by the end of April, we should have all the answers that we need, and we'll finally be able to retrieve Charles' body. and give him a proper bury. Also, my family just wants to say thank you all to everyone who's been following his story and signing petitions and talking about it. We appreciate everyone. Like, we couldn't have done this without you guys. Also, please do not forget to watch the interview that we did about Charles right here. We went into a lot of detail that I didn't go on about on TikTok. So if you could please check that out, that would be really great. Thank you. All right, you guys. So there's a lot that I want to cover and update you guys about. But first, I want to talk about that we have a search tomorrow afternoon. So we're all meeting up at the 7-Eleven in Williamson at 11 o'clock. There's a couple places that we've got leads about that we're going to be checking out. So we've had some people reach out to us saying that they have some ATVs and that they can help us search because, like, Williamson is full of hollers and stuff, and we're not familiar with that area. And now that the weather's starting to warm up, we're going to start doing a lot more searches. So if we don't find him this time, then next time we'll be doing a huge search, and we'll be bringing more people down with us. And getting a hotel room for the volunteers, making sure that they have food and stuff like that. And we're going to have t-shirts printed out for them. But hopefully tomorrow's like the day that we can find him, since now we're about to approach the 7-month period. All right, so I know you guys remember me posting like the ripped up bloody carpet and like the bloody gloves and stuff. So now we're being told that the lab reports are saying that wasn't human blood, it was animal blood, which is weird to me because, like, even though we live in West Virginia, I do not know anybody who hunts an animal and does that on their carpet and rips up their carpet. Like, it sounds fishy to me. We have yet to see that report. The WPD had his cameras in their custody and didn't tell the state police that they had it in their custody. So now they have one of his surveillance cameras, but he had like this real expensive camera that was in his room that he always recorded stuff off of, but now that's gone and now nobody knows where it is. And when we went to his apartment, like, it was trashed. Then we found his blue jacket, there was blood on it, and it just feels like we're never going to get the closure that we deserve.
We're asking people. So this one lady comes up to us and she's like, yeah, I heard about your brother. He, some people cut him up over on Vincent Street. And we're like, what?
Wait, so this is just a random lady saying this?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep looking up there at you on that screen. Yeah, it was a random lady. We just asked her, hey, have you heard anything about, the missing black man, Chuck Taylor? And she was like, yeah. It was said that he was chopped up on Vincent Street. And, us as a family, we're like, what? We're like, where is this at? Take us there, show us. And I have her on recording saying, oh, yeah, y'all can follow me in this car and I'll take y'all up there. And, us, we're like, we're not waiting on you. We going up there. Because she lived on Vincent.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Charles Taylor's brother. One thing I wanted to be able to talk about what we found because I was with her. We went up to the house at 9:34.
Is this the house right here that I'm showing on screen? Is that the one you guys are
talking about? That's it right there. Now right there on the front porch is where I found the bloody glove. It was and there was nobody was there at first, but when we came up there, I walked around the house just to, because it looked abandoned. Nobody was in there. I walked towards the front porch and we found, some bloody gloves. Okay, so this is the house that the lady had said that my brother was murdered in. So, I'm thinking it's an abandoned house. I kicked in the door. So I go inside the door. There's blood-stained carpet on the floor. There was an axe. There was a big assortment of knives on the table. Some of them had red residue.
Detective that took Chuck's initial missing report, Lane, he calls me and tells me, yeah, Alexis just brought a phone down here and she claims that she found it inside of a box spring mattress. And I'm like, what? They get the phone and do they send it off? Mm-mm. They go and give it to another civilian and say that maybe she can help us with the case. But they didn't know that girl, the civilian, she was cool with me and we had been working together and talking. And come to find out, his call log, his text messages, everything was wiped clean. So when we came down there, You know, I told my parents, I'm like, look, they don't have that phone. You need to ask them where that phone is. I'm putting pressure. I'm like, Mom, ask them where that phone is. Well, the chief of police tells my family all that they did not do proper protocol. When have you ever heard of a civilian helping out with a phone and then the phone gets put back into the police, Williamson PD's possession, and we asked for the phone, and now nobody can have the phone. The phone's never been sent off to be analyzed. Do you know? And was never receipted in. So do you know that the answer to what happened to him that night could be laying right there? Could be laying right there. And
I
like,
feel like nothing was done properly. It's a bunch of crazy people in the real world, and then the police are doing everything wrong at best, or at worst, covering something up. I mean, I don't even know what to say on this case.
I know, and I want to say this to you. Thank you again for your platform, because I'm telling you, we're not scared anymore. You don't understand how many threats and stuff we have got behind for.
All right, thank you everybody who keeps sending me this, but I've already seen it. Like, I had just posted that picture of me on Facebook last night, and she had already changed it. These are all her fake ass TikToks. I don't know what her obsession is with me. I don't know her. I've never talked to her before. I live a whole hour and a half away from here. I don't know what her obsession is with me. It's annoying. I don't get it. I popped up to her house twice. She won't come outside. Okay, so another thing I would like to talk about is last year, there was an incident where the Williamson Police Department had arrested my brother under someone else's name, and he was beat really bad. And so this is the messages right here. Also, trigger warning, the next pictures are like police brutality. So he had told me that they had arrested him under someone else's name and that they had beat him really bad in the woods. And he did jump out of the paramedic, so he got arrested on the Kentucky side because there's a crossover that you can cross over to get to Kentucky. So that's where he got arrested at in Pike County. And his kneecap was busted, his elbow right here. And you can see how bad that is, like, from the side. He did tell me that he was in fear of his life from living in Williamson, and that he did not like it down there. So I'm really confused as to why the police is more concerned about my social media than doing anything about this girl, because since December, this girl has been making fake pages of me. She's keep talking about how she knows where my brother's remains are. She's going to get me killed. She has literally leaked my address. Sent me exploit pictures of her talking about she's going to rape me. She keeps making fun of my autistic son, calling him the R slur. And, like, nothing ever gets done about it because her uncle, who passed away, was a cop. And she has an uncle that works in a courthouse, and everyone keeps making excuses for her, talking about she's mentally ill. She just posted this like 10 minutes ago, right here. Just posted this 2 minutes ago, talking about that I killed my brother. And you can see right here talking about how she's going to get me killed, and nothing ever fucking gets done about it. Nothing ever gets done about it.